Fyodor Dostoevsky's Crime and Punishment isn't just a story, it's a deep dive into the darkest corners of the human psyche. We'll explore how one man's radical theory leads him to commit a heinous act, only to find his true punishment isn't a prison cell, but the relentless torment of his own conscience. On screen, you'll see evocative imagery of 19th century St. Petersburg, mirroring Raskolnikov's internal turmoil. This novel masterfully dissects guilt, rationalization, and the inescapable weight of morality. At the heart of the novel lies Raskolnikov's chilling theory of the extraordinary man. He posits that certain individuals, like Napoleon, are above ordinary moral laws and are justified in committing crimes if it serves a higher purpose. On screen, we'll visualize this dangerous idea as a stark, intellectual construct. This belief system allows him to dehumanize his victims and rationalize his potential actions, setting the stage for his tragic choice. Driven by poverty and his warped ideology, Raskolnikov decides to test his theory by murdering an old pawnbroker, Alina Ivanovna, whom he sees as a louse. The act itself, however, is far from the clean, decisive event his theory predicted. On screen, we'll show the brutal reality, highlighting the chaos and the unexpected, horrifying murder of the pawnbroker's innocent sister, Lizaveta, who stumbles upon the scene. This double murder shatters any pretense of intellectual control. Immediately after the crime, Raskolnikov doesn't feel triumphant or liberated. He descends into a feverish state of paranoia and isolation. On screen, we'll depict this internal breakdown with visuals of a fractured mind. He suffers from intense anxiety, sleeplessness, and a profound sense of alienation from humanity, unable to confess or connect with anyone. This psychological agony, this self-imposed exile, becomes his immediate and most potent punishment. Raskolnikov desperately tries to cling to his extraordinary man theory as a shield against his guilt. But it's a losing battle. On screen, we'll contrast the cold logic of his rationalizations with the overwhelming, visceral reality of his guilt. He rationalizes his poverty, his supposed societal contribution, but his conscience screams louder. This internal conflict is the novel's core, showing how deeply ingrained morality cannot be easily dismissed, even by the most intellectual of justifications. Ultimately, Crime and Punishment delivers a profound message about the inescapable nature of conscience. Raskolnikov's journey reveals that true punishment is not external legal retribution, but the internal suffering caused by violating one's moral code. On screen, we'll summarize these key themes, emphasizing Dostoevsky's insight into human psychology and morality. The novel serves as a timeless reminder that our inner moral compass is our ultimate judge. Dostoevsky's masterpiece forces us to confront the dark side of human nature and the profound power of guilt. What do you think is the most compelling aspect of Raskolnikov's punishment? Is it his internal torment, or the eventual legal consequences?